Hardly anyone would argue with the fact that s1mple is the best player to have ever touched Counter-Strike. Sasha is the only CS player who has ever been ranked #1 by HLTV 3 times. He holds the record for the most tournament MVPs, and he's currently the most popular esports player in the world. s1mple's departure from the Na'Vi lineup is a historic event, one that will likely overshadow the major in China or any other transfer in 2023 in terms of its impact on the scene. Each of s1mple's games is a masterpiece. We've just become so accustomed to seeing him at the top that when he unexpectedly finished an event with a negative rating, the community was stunned. And this led us to ask the question, which period of s1mple's career can truly be called his best? Don't forget to like and subscribe, because you're watching CYBERSHOKE, and today we'll tell you about the most productive year in s1mple's career. We'll start off with a little confession. In order to determine which year was objectively the best in s1mple's career, it would only take 30 seconds on HLTV. Obviously, it's 2021, the year he won the major without losing a single map, won in the Intel Grand Slam, and earned many other trophies and records. But how exactly did that year become the best for him? Well, that's what we're going to find out. So, way back in August of 2020, s1mple said that he still had a lot of motivation. While Astralis was busy rewriting history, Na'Vi hadn't secured a single Intel Grand Slam or major. 4 months later, s1mple extended his contract with the organization for 2 more years, putting to rest the rumors about his possible departure. s1mple finished 2020 in perfect shape. He had the highest rating among the top 10 teams and became the strongest player in FPL. And it's worth noting that in FPL, the decision makers were not from admins, but by the players of the league. We can say at that moment, the professional community collectively recognized s1mple's dominance. Unfortunately, in HLTV's top 20, he was bested by ZywOo. But it was obvious to everyone that Matthew had overtaken Sasha only in team achievements, and s1mple tried to not overthink that ranking. He said, "My goal is the goal of my team, to become the best in the world." Sasha also clarified that he cared much less about these kinds of ratings than team results. In January of 2021, Na'Vi won the first large tournament of the year, Blast World Finals, with a prize pool of $1 million. Previously, Sasha had not been able to lift the trophy in such a prestigious tournament. Upon winning, he cried tears of happiness, and that video clip gained millions of views. The tournament's organizers dubbed s1mple the best player of the tournament. Here's what he said about it. "I think it's a deserved reward because we won. It means a lot to me, but without my teammates, I wouldn't be able to get it. I'm not going to relax." Sasha believed in his team and spoke highly of his teammates. He mentioned that the combination of Boomich and Perfecto had greatly improved over the past 6 months, and he was confident that if Na'Vi could come together as a cohesive unit, they would win many tournaments. In February, Na'Vi was eliminated from the online edition of IEM Katowice, and this time, s1mple wasn't so optimistic. "So many mistakes led us to losing self-confidence right in the middle of the match. Deserved defeat." And then a month later, Na'Vi were also eliminated from ESL Pro League, having failed to defeat Complexity in their matchup for the top 8 of the tournament. At the time, they were still trying to play with 6 players, switching between Flamey and Bit from map to map, but thus far, it hadn't led to anything good. "Eliminated from ESL Pro League, nothing new," said s1mple as he got back to training. His haters started to say that it looked like he was losing his motivation. s1mple's response to them was harsh. "I don't have burnout. Have you gone mad? No motivation? Hi, hello. You're watching a player who hasn't won a single major. Motivation is always there. I have the motivation to just come to a tournament and destroy everyone there. 15,000 viewers raised their hands. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's watching and communicating with each other." Come May, the boys became champions at DreamHack Masters. In the final, they defeated Gambit, probably their main rival of that year, and Sasha received another MVP medal. Setting aside the RMR tournament of the Epic CIS League, where Na'Vi faced the notorious Akuma team, by June, s1mple had competed in 4 events where HLTV awarded MVP medals. Out of those, he claimed the title at 2 of them. Summer began with the season final by Blast. Na'Vi reached the upper bracket with no difficulties, but couldn't master Gambit. In the semi-final, they faced G2, and here's how the game went. "When he killed me, then turned back to Hunter, I knew it was going to be another highlight from s1mple. I've seen it so many times and knew that it was going to happen again."
From Nexa is everything they needed. s1mple though, no what? He's turned around, he's got 3 kills in the space of a second, and now it's a one-on-one. He's gonna go for the bomb plant. He's inside of the smoke, and Amanek, he's got the pistol out, he knows, but s1mple's escaped out through the smoke. Not dead yet. Comes back for a little bit more. This can't happen. He's on the bomb. He's going for the full defuse. Ice cold from Avenue. Oh, no! He takes him down.
In short, Na'Vi was able to reach the final where Gambit was waiting for them, and they were stronger once again. The Na'Vi guys took revenge on them in the very final of the very next tournament. Symbolically, it wasn't any large tournament, but a regular RMR. Gambit and Na'Vi were fighting for $25,000 and 125 points, but the title of the best team in the CIS region ended up going to Na'Vi, and s1mple claimed his third MVP medal. In an interview, Sasha said that he was extra motivated for Cologne, which was just about to start. I think we finally feel the strength that allows us to believe in each other until the very end, and know that we can make incredible comebacks. Each of us has got an ace in this tournament, and we're all very motivated for IEM Cologne. To understand just how well the boys started the tournament, we suggest taking a look at the tweet made by HLTV's editor-in-chief, which was posted right before the final between Na'Vi and G2. G2, I hope you understand that it doesn't matter how the final goes, it's impossible to catch up with s1mple. 1.56 rating across 11 maps? He's making history. The race for the MVP title is already over. And as expected, Na'Vi won the tournament, and s1mple got his 4th MVP award of the year. Moreover, Sasha set the world record for the most aces in a single tournament. In Cologne, he got 4. He was happy with the result and was already dreaming how they could win the upcoming ESL Pro League and win $1 million at the Intel Grand Slam. At around the same time, s1mple was named the best CS player of the first half of the year. In second place was Zywu, who actually hadn't earned a single MVP medal yet. In their first game in EPL, Na'Vi played against the updated roster of Fnatic, which the Swedish organization had very high hopes for. s1mple easily got 43 kills in a single map and brought his team to the semi-final, where he got 2 consecutive aces against Heroic.
Dodges the scout shot. There's the explosion now, but he's already dealt with one. He knows there's more to fight.
Oh, the lineup! That is brutal for Heroic. They end up, they pretty much saw him, but
looking at map or something, that seemed like one of those kills where you're not.
They see Cadian's the last guy, and s1mple's like, look, I'm just gonna kill him. Lurking over towards the toilets. When the attention's on mid, Electronic loves these walks out monster. Jesus, s1mple, come on now, leave him alone.
Now you've really dug a hole.
Yeah, I almost wonder
if...
the
ace.
Despite the incredible results, s1mple wasn't very happy and said that in order to win the grand final, they would have to play a lot better. But turns out that he didn't need to worry so much. The game ended 3-0 in a best of 5, and Na'Vi became the champions of ESL Pro League. Sasha got 1 more MVP medal, scoring a 1.35 rating, adding his name in the history of the Intel Grand Slam, and got over $1 million in prize money. Here's what he said back then. Right now, I have the best teammates in my entire life and career. I've never won so much with anyone else. Every time I work with them, I see fire in their eyes. They're ready to progress more and more. They never stop developing because they know that we can always perform better. I need new haters. The old ones have already become my fans. Na'Vi veteran Iwan Edward Sukariv congratulated Na'Vi on their victory and wished them the best on winning the Major 2, which was just a month and a half away now. After witnessing how quickly s1mple was racking up MVP awards, Device basically accepted that his own MVP record would soon be surpassed. He was convinced that Sasha would eventually catch up with him, and rightfully so. Once the lockdown ended and s1mple finally received the physical versions of his medals, he could barely hold them all in his hands. So, Na'Vi reached the major final as easily as they did in Cologne, and it was the first time in history when a team reached the major final without losing a single map. Their opponents in the final were their good old friends, G2. That year, Na'Vi and G2 played 8 maps against each other, and Na'Vi only lost 1 of them, but s1mple understood that he shouldn't underestimate the opponent of a major final. It was his 3rd chance to become a world champion, and finally, he succeeded.
10 seconds, deny the plan. That's
oh
the
no!
That's
It's falling apart!
That's gonna be
it's only
it!
Nico, there's no time! He just has to watch that clock tick down! This is it! Na'Vi have taken the major!
And of course, he got yet another MVP medal. Our main character's ambitions were high. We're just getting started. I hope we win many more tournaments. Our next goal? I don't even know. We've already won everything possible. We'll try to catch up with Astralis, win 2 or 3 majors in a row. By the end of 2021, Sasha became the best player on 6 competitive maps. On the 7th, Vertigo, he simply didn't play a single match. On November 21st, the Esports Awards named s1mple the best esports player of the year on PC. And a week later, he played his 1000th map for Na'Vi. At the end of the year, Na'Vi won the final tournament of the season from Blast. For the team, it was another $1 million trophy, and for Sasha, his 7th MVP medal in 2021. And with that, he now was caught up with Device in terms of MVP medal count. And he also set the record for the most MVPs in a single year. And of course, at the end of the year, he was named the best player of 2021 by HLTV, Intel Grand Slam, Cologne, $2 million blasts, and a major trophy. That's how s1mple spent the best year of his career. So what team do you think he'll join after Na'Vi? Or maybe he'll return to them? Let's talk about it in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the best esports content, and we'll see you next time.